Well, it took extra days and an overnight sprint to the finish, but lawmakers officially concluded this year's legislative session. Both chambers braced for the long night, capping off a week spent on finalizing the state's budget. The appropriations bills passed early this morning. While the dust finally settled on this legislative session, a lot happened during it. Plenty of laws are now heading to the governor's desk or are set to become law. With a breakdown of some of the most notable bills that passed this session, here's our Connor O'Neill.
State lawmakers passed many of Governor Reynolds' priorities this legislative session, including one new law that seeks to curb students' phone use inside the classroom. School districts will now be able to impose a stricter policy based on the state's minimum proposal, and 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students will be required to learn about the effects of social media as part of their health curriculum. Phones were a big talker this legislative session, and the governor signed a law to prohibit texting while driving unless your phone's in a hands-free mode like that. So here's how it impacts you. You'll only be limited to a single touch, or you have to use verbal commands to turn your device on or off, or to complete a function like calling somebody. You'll also only be able to use your phone when you're at a complete stop off of the roadway. So here's how law enforcement says they're going to check for distracted drivers.
We're going to have some common sense with us. There's going to be something that needs to lead up to that. Like, again, the swerving in and out, not paying attention, staying a long time at a stop sign. There's got to be some reason that makes us think that they're being distracted.
Also this session, state lawmakers passed one of the governor's priorities of offering state employees paid parental leave. Currently, state employees get no time off for the birth of a child. So now state workers will receive 4 weeks of paid maternity leave and 1 week of paid paternity leave. 4 weeks of paid leave will also be given to state employees who adopt a child. Part of the reason the state legislature went so far into overtime this session was because Senate Republicans were in disagreement over property owners' rights. 12 senators signed a letter to oppose any state budget bills until legislation passed to restrict the use of eminent domain for carbon pipeline projects. State legislature passed its bill, putting the Summit Carbon Solutions pipeline project in tough odds. The bill is now at the governor's desk awaiting her signature. Reporting from the state capitol, Connor O'Neill, Local 5 News.
One of Governor Reynolds' bills that failed to pass would have improved child care access in the state. State funds would have been used to expand full-day preschool availability for 4-year-olds.